Hey loves, it's me, Love Jones. I am back with another one. Have you ever seen bullies try to bully you and they end up hurting other people's feelings? That's horrible. Right, let's see, y'all. Let's see. But it is what it is, because you know what? If people collectively done something about it, then their feelings wouldn't be hurt. But as long as we be complacent in the injustices that we see, then the person that the pain is intended for won't be the only one being hurt. It's just the way it is. It's never just one person. Never just one person. So anyway, let's see. Psalms 109, return curses sent to those who condemn. They cursing themselves, that's all. They are cursing themselves. Psalms 140. For those who plot, scheme, and slander your name. You know, you gotta be some type of person to have people spiritually watching you all the time. You know what I realized? They try to keep you on low vibration. And it's so funny because I was listening to something yesterday that was explaining why they want to keep you in low vibrations. Hey y'all, good morning. Because of the things that you are capable of doing as far as your gifts go. You know, God blesses us all different with different gifts. Even those who don't believe in God. Because you ain't come here not believing. But he blessed us all with different gifts. Some are much different from others. A lot of times people are not appreciative of what they have, and so they'll come for yours. Sometimes people are actually scared of yours. They're actually worried about what you may do with yours, especially when they went out the way to kind of torture you and they expect a response back. Kind of reminds me of something I was thinking about. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Just making me think about something that, with slavery. And they just was saying how they don't want certain people to be in power because they expect a certain kind of people to retaliate from what's been done over there to them for so many years. So it's not that those people are actually bad people, but it's not what they're capable of doing, but their reaction to what's been done to them over the time that they worried about. People may react to what they've done. And maybe it's the same case with the gifts. And so you have, they be scared of your gifts. So I was watching a video last night that pretty much was talking about activations. How you're given certain gifts, but only some of them are activated. And it comes a time in life where other gifts are activated. But because they are certain people don't want those gifts to be activated. I'll just say it like that. They don't want that to happen. Because you could have much more power than they want you to have. And so they'll do their best to try and keep you at a lower vibration so that those gifts won't activate. And it's so funny because one of my readings I was doing the other day with my starseed deck said just that. Relax. You're about to go through some activations. Just kind of be in the allowing right now. And so I don't know who that's for. But I realize just the way they do things, that they don't want you to be in these high vibrations. They don't want that for you. And I say that especially for me because I will sit in quiet places or places where it appear to be quiet for the moment. And I will attempt to meditate. And as soon as I start meditating, as soon as it gets to the point where I'm actually doing it right and not just sitting there with my eyes closed, and something always comes around and it disturbs me. And so it'll be this loud noise, these people walking by talking, car accident happen right in front of you. I don't know, all of a sudden 18-wheeler starts backing up and you hear the beeping noise. Whatever the case may be. And so y'all have heard me say often that I can go sit in the most kind of little ducked off space, little tight space that I've squeezed my way into to try to get away from people so that I can have a quiet moment to myself. And people will walk by. Like they will get on feet. They will get on bikes and start walking and riding by on their bikes to create some type of disturbance, which leads me to believe that they don't want you meditating. I've also noticed every time my spirits are uplifted to a certain point, they constantly do things to try to knock them down. I've noticed that as well. Be it spiritually, physically, whatever the case may be, they are constantly doing stuff to knock them down. And so if I'm smiling, if I'm too happy one day, then you better believe something's going to happen to cause that smile to go away. Whether it's going to be me picking up my phone and scrolling, and they're going to start the bullying over the internet bullying, the cyber bullying. Whether it's me walking into a restaurant and people are treating me different from the way they've been treating me all week. So if they've been nice all week, then they're going to be real ignorant and rude for some reason. I'm back. And so I don't know how long this has been down because I looked up and all of a sudden it said reconnecting. Y'all know how that does. So yeah, I was just giving different examples to y'all about, how things happen, how they try to keep you in a lower vibration. Especially if you're a person like me who's just naturally happy, just a naturally upbeat person, a person who likes to laugh. Y'all gonna see this little old school car. It's so cute. It's so cute. The tires look like bicycle tires though, but it's a car. Yeah. So I was just telling y'all how they like to keep you in a lower vibration, especially if you're naturally a high vibrating person. You will find yourself all day fighting against these people. And I say these people because you can't just pinpoint one person that it's coming from. You just know that it's a higher power. Sometimes it's not even so much as being like the powers that be. Sometimes it's just that jealous friend in the background trying to keep you in that low vibration. Sometimes it's just that jealous family member in the background trying to keep you in that low vibration. It's so funny because as I was shuffling and I was talking to y'all, these are the two cards that came out right here. Judgment is being called on this imposter. Whoever this imposter is, whoever this person is who's pretending to be something that they're not, that's falsehood, disloyalty. Judgment is being called on this. So I don't know who this is, where it's coming from, but you know who you are. If you've been that disloyal person, if you've been doing things behind somebody's back, you've been telling lies, creating some type of confusion in somebody's life, if you've been going out the way to try to imitate that person and act as if you're them and they're somebody else, judgment's being called on this. So y'all better be careful out there, because vengeance is the Lord's, and when he decides to react because of the many chances you've been given to do something different, and it's not going to look good, and it's going to be much worse than the pain that you think you've caused to somebody else in their life. So I be careful. Yeah. So that's it. Let's see what's in the energy, y'all. What cards do I want to use? What's this? Lover's Oracle. I almost never use these cards. I don't know the last time I used them. As you know, you don't really feel love. And when you feel love and it's not reciprocated, then it feels more like hatred. It feels more like torture. That's what it feels like, torture. When you love somebody and or you're showing somebody love and they don't do the same. It feels like torture at that point. And so you want to pull your love back on the strength that you don't want to feel like you're being tortured. You want to love and be loved. And it takes a person of great strength to continue to love while they're being sabotaged constantly, to continue to show people love while people are disloyal to them, while people are constantly trying to stab them in their back, while people are constantly trying to prove a point to others by misusing and abusing somebody's love or taking someone's kindness for weakness. So yeah, anyway, let's see what's in this energy right now. I can't tell y'all the last time I used these cards. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. if you're questioning a situation regarding love, regarding passion, regarding some type of intimacy, only time will tell. A lot of times people don't show you their true colors. They don't show you their hand right up front. I hear a lot of people saying that people will bring in the representative to communicate with you for the first however long before they actually show you the true them. And so you think you're falling for them, and it's really their representative. And then when they start showing you the real them, you may not even like them. You may not even like them. Because not many people are just going to be who they are. People will change who they are to try to get what it is they want. But you only have a handful of people out there who's going to be exactly who they are around you from the very first day. And a lot of times you see that, and it's unbelievable because you're so used to having it the opposite way. And so you'll be waiting for the real person to come out, and they're showing you the real person the whole time. But that's because you've been conditioned to think a certain type of way, to believe a certain thing. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Nothing stopping you from moving forward. If you want to move forward with something or with someone, if you want to move past someone, if you want to just do what it is you want to do with no constraints, with no boundaries, nothing is stopping you. A lot of times we'll stop ourselves. And I was just sitting up thinking about this with myself. I will stop myself from kind of dealing with others and focus solely on one person, the one person who has my attention at the time. However, that one person will maybe focusing on a lot of different things. And you just may be an afterthought sometimes. And so I was thinking about how I give my full attention to people right away. Even in friendships. And sometimes your love is meant to be shared. The love you have sometimes is so great, especially when it comes from the Creator. It is meant to be shared. And unless someone decides that they are going to make you theirs in some type of marriage or some type of, I don't know why I wanted to say binding. Somebody trying to bind somebody to them. And some type of contract or something where it's just what it is between the two of you. Then by all means, share the love that's given to you. Because when you're tapped into an infinite source, it's going to continue to flow to you and through you. And your job is not to just store it up, but to share it with other people who may be lacking that in their life. And so you may be the one who shouldn't look for reciprocation all the time. Maybe you're the one who's who's just enlightening people, who is just fulfillment for people who lack that in their lives because they're surrounded by the people they're surrounded by. Maybe you're just the one to come around and open some people's eyes to what it is they could have, and so they'll know what it is they have ain't where what it is they really want, or what it is that is really conducive to the life that they're trying to live. And so share the love. You're free to. I'm trying to get this card that fell back here. The card fell way back there. A message for you. Somebody may be sending somebody a message. It says, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Somebody's saying they love you. That's cool. That's nice. What is this? Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads you. Which is exactly kind of what I was saying. Just go with the flow of things. Go with the flow of things. Because I feel like we try to control it when we have expectations. When we turn the expectations on, we try to control how things are. And then when they don't fall in line with how we think they should be, that starts the stress. Makes you start to look at life differently. But when you just live in who you, if these cards fall one more time, you just live in who you are, what you are, and you're that way around whoever you around, then you allowing the people who should be around you to come, the ones who should not to go, and you'll end up exactly where you want to be, exactly where you should be, exactly in the space that you need to be in order to prosper, in order to grow. I'll look at the illustration on these cards. See the writing on her face. I think these cards are so pretty. They have so much going on in them. And that tree kind of given as above, so below. Y'all, I don't know. I'm a person who loves art, and I kind of see things kind of different from your normal way the average person would see them. And I'm gonna point this out real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Look at this. These hearts right here. You see up front as above, because it's kind of given as above, so below. As above, you see the hearts. But if you flip it over backwards, you see the hearts as well. But that's typically not how that works. As above is hearts, below it kind of is giving me kind of boobies, and I know it sounds crazy, but that's what it's giving me. And so it kind of makes me feel like as above, you're following your heart, where your heart leads you, and so below you may be more of a physical person. It's where your body's gonna lead you. Yeah, I'm sure I don't have to go into detail about that, what that means. Y'all know where y'all body tells you to go and for what reasons it tells you to go there. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this card right here. Being led by your heart, being led by things on the physical. I just knocked this card over, but look what, this what popped out. I only want you to love. Just make them wait. Nobody knows it but me. Somebody may be concealing their love for you. Someone may be holding back from you for some reason. So anyway, that's what I have. This was a fun little deck. This was different. I love this oracle. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, y'all. I'll be back.